Now, you may be thinking, what's going to happen in the digital learning group? Now, this is where differentiated instruction through Google Forms comes into play. Research shows that the use of Google Forms with screencasting and YouTube increases student engagement and helps with that personalized learning path that we're trying to provide through differentiation. So, first, I'm going to show you an example of what this looks like. This is an example of a differentiated Google form that I would use in my online group in my blended learning model. So the students would log on, they would either go to Google Classroom, and they would see this link that was assigned to them with a Google form. So they'll click on the Google form, they'll open it up, and it takes them to a question regarding what we talked about yesterday in class. Which of the following lists all the coefficients in the following algebraic expression? So I'm the student, I'm trying to figure out, what does coefficient mean? I don't remember what she said. So I click the wrong answer and demonstrate that I don't know what she was talking about yesterday. I don't know what Mrs. Belden was referring to when she said coefficients. So when I click next, this Google form is going to take them to a video that was chosen by the teacher for them to review. Maybe a different instructor explaining parts of an expression in a different way than the teacher would, because they didn't get it the first time yesterday. So maybe providing someone else explaining it, or providing a teacher made video that shows additional examples that were covered yesterday in class. So I'll have the student watch this video, and then they have to explain to me how you find the coefficients in the algebraic expression in their own words. We're not going to give them a multiple choice. We want them to type and explain, because this is going to show that students are really participating with the form. So they type their answer here, and then they will click next. Then it will take them to a different question. Now let's see what happens when the student answers it correctly. Which of the following lists all the variables in the following algebraic expression? Well, I see a variable x, y, and z, so I know that the answer is x, y, and z. If the student clicks next, then it will take them to the next question. It won't take them to a review that they need to go through and explain. So, really, what this form is doing is assessing the skills that they don't know. And when they don't know it, they represent like they haven't mastered it. The form will take them and force them through a remediation opportunity. This could also be created for gifted learners. If they're going through all the way till the end of the form, the last place that you could take them is a way to create with the standard and push them further. So let's go through how to create a Google form like this for your setting so you can see what I'm talking about. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up a Google form. You can go to Google, log into your account. You can click on Forms here underneath what they call the waffle. It's a purple button, or you can type forms.new at the top and hit enter. So we have a fresh Google form here for our online learning activity. The first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that this is set as a quiz. So you're going to go to settings and then click make this a quiz. Go back to questions, and we're ready to title our form, online learning activity, or anything that you want to title your Google form for your lesson. Then, just for the sake of explanation, I'll include an elementary example. What is 1 plus 1? So this is the question that the students will see when they get the form. Then the answers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hit enter every time I put in an answer, or you can just click add option to put in additional answers. Now I know what the answer is, so I'm going to click answer key, and I'm hoping that my students are going to click 2, right? So you'll click 2 and a little green bubble will pop up showing what students should be picking. Then you'll click Add Answer Feedback if you want to add individual feedback. But specifically, what we want to do here is we want to take them to a different section based on how they choose their answer. So, what we're going to do is we're going to click something here on Google Forms called Add Section. We want a remediation section. And then we want to click Add Section again because we don't want them to just have remediation. What about the students who master the skill? So you can call this Accelerate section, or you can call it, you know, Next section, however you want to title it. So now that we're at the original question, we're going to click these 3 snowman dots. It looks like a snowman with the 3 circles. And we'll click here and go to section based on answer. So we'll click that. And here now we can control. This is giving us the ability to pick a location where we can send students based on how they answer this question. So what is 1 plus 1? If they say 1, I want them to go to the remediation section. If they say 2, then they know it. I want them to go to the accelerate section. If they say 3 or 4, they need to go to the remediate section because that's not the right answer. So this is a way to control the learning path of a student. That's why in the example, if I got it wrong, I had a remediation video. But if I got it right, I got an opportunity to demonstrate mastery of another skill. So let's go to the remediation section. What do we put in there? How did I get those videos to pop up? So we're going to add a video. We'll click Add Video, and here you can search YouTube videos for math. So if I type adding and I find an instructional video and I've vetted it, I've watched it from the beginning to the end before posting, then I can put the video here with directions to watch the video and answer the question below. Now, if you don't want to use a video that's created by other teachers, you can use screencasting tools to create your own YouTube videos. So the screencasting software that I'm currently using now is called Screencastify, which you can add to your Google Chrome page in this little button you'll see up here. And what you can essentially do is you can screencast yourself with a presentation or just any type of direct instruction and upload it to YouTube. So you have options to use these screencasting tools or YouTube within a Google form. I can add that question that says, please explain how to add numbers in your own words. This forces students to create an explanation in their own words to demonstrate that they are paying attention to the video and that they're mastering that standard before moving on. Then for the accelerate section, you can either give them a more difficult problem or you can give them an opportunity to create something. So you could say, create a model on your desk using addition and force them to access the standard, but to produce something, a representation that takes them to the next level. Anytime you make a change on a Google form and you want to see what the students are going to see, you click on the eyeball. And I like that because it's like, what do the students see? So I go to the eyeball and now you'll see this basic Google form. What is 1 plus 1? If I click 1 and I click next, it's going to take me to the video. But if I click 2, then it's going to say create a model on your desk using addition. So see how it's creating these different learning paths based on how the students answer the question.